guys, Tattoo For You Richard here, and it is time for a hobbying on a budget tutorial thingy. Jazz hands. We are going to be doing something interesting today, and I'm going to be totally doing it on camera for the first time ever. Things could happen. Maybe they do, maybe they won't. We'll see. But anyway, instead of running out to your hobby store, your Games Workshop store, wherever you go, online orders, whatever, to get ice effects, I'm going to be trying some other stuff. So think about, instead of hobby stores, maybe going to a nail store. No, these have never had a manicure, ever. Nope. But yeah, so we're going to get down to business, and this is for my daughter's Hive Fleet Abominable, pretty much, since that's where my IC business is. But let's go get frosty. Table down style.
All right, guys, here we are. We are table down, and this is what we're going to be talking about. It's the nail enamel. Now, I saw a video of someone using nail enamel out of a bottle. Like, I guess you could buy, like, fingernail polish bottles of them and just use them straight out like that. What I did was I got on eBay and I found a bottle of nail enamel. So this is the acrylic liquid part. It's a decent bottle. I got this and 3 of the polymer powders and a brush and a little jar or a little cup. And this is a cool little brush, by the way. It pulls out and flips around. So it's a nice little brush. But I got all of this for $6. Now it did come from China, so it took a while to get here, but I mean, I guess that's part of what you pay for. Excuse me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this into ice. In the kit you get your liquid acrylic, the cup. You get a clear powder, a white powder, and a pink. I mean, I have no use for the pink, but it comes in it. The clear and the white are probably the 2 that I'll use the most. I mean, white is easy enough to use, you know, for snow and ice. And then, of course, the clear. What we're going to be doing is I have sample pieces over here to do. This is just a piece of cork with paper clips stuck through it, and we're going to do the icicles on the paper clips. And then I have just a random base that I just kind of done some wet blending on to kind of get an icy effect. So we're going to make like an ice, just a sheet of ice. And then this was kind of a sample I did earlier, just messing around with it. And I think I've got a better hang of how to do it now. So hopefully it won't turn out like that all lumpy. But I'm doing all this on camera, so yay. And then here I have a base for one of my daughter's Tyranids that I need to get down. And so I'm just going to mess around on it and do the icicles and maybe a little bit of ice on the ground and a couple of little blue spots, if you can see that. There you go. And then after that, I got my normal snow effects and stuff I'll go and put on there too, because you can't have ice without snow, right? So I'm going to pause again the video again and get everything set up proper so we can do this little tutorial, and we'll rock it out. Well, I say tutorial. How about this little test tutorial? I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, here we are, ready to go. Got everything set up. So here we have the jar, or the little cup. I put some of the liquid nail enamel in there, the acrylic. And then we have the polymer powder over here. Now I'm just going to start with clear. I have the white 2 open, but I'm not necessarily going to use that right yet. So actually I am. I lied. I'm going to use the white. So I'm going to start with this base because, heck, I can't screw that one up that much, can I? Hey, I got everything set up, guys. We're ready to go. Let me move more crap around because I'm not ready. Stooge. All right. So here we have the dilly dally. Here we have my paintbrush in the jar. So what I watched on a video on how to do this, she dabbed her brush in and then she came up the side and kind of just pressed it on the side and that loaded the brush. And then she comes in and she does 3 taps, 2, 3, and then you have your enamel on your brush. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on here and we're going to brush it around. Kind of give it a little. So then we have something like that. Now while it's wet, it's easy to work with, but it will start to dry fairly quick. Yeah, see, it's already starting to dry. But the brush still has a little moisture on it, and you hit it again, it kind of breaks it up and softens it just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is another spot like that. You go in and you load the brush again. This is really hard with my hands full. Brush is loaded. I'm going to do 3 dabs. 1, 2, 3. And it's like literally like I got too much on it that time. So you don't want it kind of flaking and powdery and falling off. So, and oh, yep. See, that's what not to do. Give me a second, I'm going to clean this brush off. And our first oopsie. We'll come in there and get some liquid on the brush. 3 light dabs. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's better. You mutton head. And I'm going to put it on there and just kind of brush it out. So we'll let that dry. Doesn't take long. And then you have that. And so now what I'm going to do is we're going to move this white out of the way so I don't accidentally dip into it. I'm going to go back in, load my brush with some more goopy. And then we're going to do the tap, tap, tappy. Tap, tap, tap. Ooh, look at the little ball of stuff. So this is clear now. Now clear, I'm just going to go over everything in all the spots. A little bit more. Oh, missed. Oh, there we go. Ah, yes. It's like playing a video game with one hand. 1, 2, 3. More clear liquid, acrylic. I'm going to paint it on there. Now, a good idea probably would have been to seal the base first. So that way this stuff, because this liquid acrylic, it smells like fingernail polish remover. So, yeah, I'm going to talk to you with a paintbrush in my mouth. That's cool. So it's probably going to pull a bit of that paint up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the other thing before we get started on it. So that way it doesn't eat into it too much. Because I can already see some of the paint looks a little different where I brushed it across. But it's coming together. It looks like ice. That's not too bad. I like it. Here, give me a minute. Let me seal that other thing real quick. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm going to finish up this other little base real quick. And then we're going to move on to the new one. And work on some icicles. So, 2, 3. I want to get the rest of this base coated. And pretty much what I'm doing is I'm going over the parts I've already done to in white. As well, so it kind of blends it together. And if you leave some spots of the clear kind of built up a little bit, that's fine. Because it just adds to the effect, you know, like a thicker ice. I'll tone this one light down just a hair. There we go. So, I believe this base is done. I'm going to come up to my face real quick. So I'm going to go a little bit more. In the brush, pull up the side. Tap, tap, tap it. And then we're just going to go over the whole base. And I think you could honestly just build this up as much as you want. Like, keep building it up and building it up, and it'll get a nice little effect on there. Like, I could pin something to that. I'd probably go back and add just a little bit of my regular snow effects. Yeah, see, look, it's already dried too. I think because the liquid acrylic is, like I said, it smells like fingernail polish, so it probably has the acetone in it. That evaporates really quick and it dries really fast. Look at that shine it gives it to it. It gives it a little sparkle and a little texture like rough ice. I think I like it. I'm pleased with it. Let's see. Let's move on to this big guy here. So what I did is these paper clips. I went ahead and I'm going to do at the base is a little bit of the white because, you know, the thicker ice tends to be a little bit more, well, obviously it's denser, but you tend to see some white in it. So I'm going to hit it with a little bit of the white at the bottom and kind of brush it up just a hair. And like I said, with this stuff drying fairly quick, I've got to move somewhat fast. So, but I painted the blue on there because you're going to see the core when I add the clear on. So, dip, and we're going to pull up, and we're going to go into the white and do 3 little taps. 3. And we're going to hit this first one first. I'm just going to kind of hit it and brush it around. Go ahead and get a little bit more liquid. Little ball of acrylic. See, it's already starting to build up pretty good, man. Oh, see, I totally thought I was hitting the other one. Ha! Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I missed my pot. There you go. All right, so do I want to add a little bit more white around there? Yeah, let's do a little bit. Doop it, doop it, doop it. Yeah, there we go. I think the key is brushing down, and then you're getting you're spreading it out more, I think. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put white on all those other little icicles, and then we'll come back. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of the ice over here too. Do the same thing like I just did on that other one, like on those little blue splots. So we'll come back here in just a second. All right, guys, here we go. That's what we have. So that is the white. I haven't done any of the clear yet. Now the clear I'm going to start building up more, and I'm going to start at the bottom and build out those more. I want them to be pretty thick, except for this little one. I'm going to try to keep it small. We'll see though. And I'm going to add a little bit more of the clear around the edges over here too. So let me do that. Of course, you will watch my mistakes first. Let's do a little tap, tap, tappy. Do this one closest to us first. We're going to start at the base, and we're going to pack that clear on. Just kind of build it and brush it down. Liquid, flatten that brush out, pull it up the edge, do 3 little taps. So we'll come in, and go around the edge of the brush, or around the edge of the icicle, Just kind of start working it up. Now see that? I've got that little, that's built up pretty good. Got a good base on it. Now I'm going to start working it up more. Come in, get that off. 3 little taps on a blurry camera. And I'm going to hit and come up. Now we got to move quickly, like I said, because it starts to dry a bit. Move. Yeah, if you put a little bit more liquid on your brush, you can hit it again and kind of move stuff around if you got something not quite where you want to be, like that little piece right there. There we go. Just put that off over there. So yeah, see how it's starting to get? It's starting to build up pretty good. I mean, that's starting to look like a piece of ice. I might have went a little bit too blue on the core. So you could probably lighten up the core just a hair. Maybe do like a really, maybe the lightest blue I have there as the base, and then kind of thin it out to like a almost white as you go up. I think that'll probably look a little bit better. But what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'm going to finish these off, and we'll show you what they look like here in a second. All right, guys and dolls, we're back, and here's what we have. So we have this. And what I think looks cool too is I went back occasionally and just added a little bit of the white acrylic, just a tiny amount. Like I added it to the edges and then brushed it out and then kind of brought it up just a little bit. And I still think doing the lighter core would look better. There you have something that looks like little icicles. I went ahead and did it on this base over here. Let's see if I can get this just right. There you go. So it's got kind of got that shimmerness to it, a little iciness. I'm pleased with it. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely allows me to get bigger ones. I could have probably brought that one thicker at the base, more like that one, so it's more gradual. But it worked out pretty good. And then here's the straight up ice one. What you're seeing there, what I noticed that looks like it's splotchy paint, that's actually just the acrylic where it's thicker and thinner in areas. And what I did notice too, like another thing you can do, which works out to smooth out the acrylic a little easier, is after you put the ball of acrylic on, the powder, you go and you re-dip your brush. You know, when you put the ball on, dip your brush, get more liquid on it, and then you can maneuver the stuff around a little better. I also played with it over here to kind of see what I could do without core and just built it up slowly. So I probably could have kept going on that and eventually got a nice point. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and I mixed up my snow goopy. And I'm just going to put some snow on these bases and then kind of finish it off, make it look done. So you can see what this is in a minute. I'll be right back. All my lovely friends out there, we are done. I killed it. I squished a bug. So, here is our ice with a little bit of snow. Now, the one thing I didn't go back and do is sprinkle the snow on there so I can get the light tufts. But, that's no big deal. I'll do that later or something if I feel like it. This is just a sample piece anyway, because who uses square bases? So there's that one. There's the one we did to practice icicles on. Pretty good, not too shabby. If you could, oh, it's not focusing on the icicles. So again, man, I'm pleased with this. I could do this. There's some things I could see changing. Like I said, the cores for sure. Changing those, make them lighter. So that way you'll still get a little bit of the blue inside, but you can also, with the clear, stands out better. The snow is still a little bit wet. So, and there's the little silly guy that I just messed around with. And then here is our finished guy. Hive Fleet Abominable has gained another minion. So what I did is, because I had extra long paper clip, I, instead of drilling it and pinning it where it would normally come out the bottom, I just stuck it in. And let it dry a little bit. But then I built up some more of that nail enamel around it. So it kind of looks like he's jumping over an icicle. I can see some pretty cool uses for this, man. Taking things like taking the paper clip and doing like a kind of giving it a wave or a corkscrew effect, and then doing the nail enamel on that and trying to keep it kind of tight. You could probably get some cool effects on it. But yeah, overall I'm pleased. I'm definitely going to be using this in the future. My daughter still has her terrain circle challenge to work on. She hasn't got a chance to work on it, so we're going to kind of cram it this weekend since Tuesday's the last day. So we'll definitely be using some of this on there. So, speaking of that, I need to get onto mine and finish it, because it is pretty much done. I just have some finite details to do. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If there's anything you see if you give it a shot, if you see anything different, something I should have done different, or you find a new way or a fancy way to do things, just let me know. Comment below, like it, subscribe it, whatever you feel like doing. I'm just happy to be here, guys. I love you, and I thank you all. Y'all are amazing people, and as always, have a wonderful, frosty nerd life. Yeah. Peace.